Hello. Hi Ananya, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Okay, let's begin. If anyone has any question. Yes. Mm, it is like the sun is in Aquarius, some combination. Like the one which happens in like Ujjain, at Ujjain, that is called Sinhast. That is because Jupiter moves into Leo Rashi during that year. Jupiter in Sinha Rashi, that is why it is called Sinhas. This Kumbh is related with Aquarius sign. Okay. I have to see the like. I will check and let you know. It has to do something with Kumbh as like pot, also pot of that nectar of immortality. Four drops fell from that nectar at these four places. That is why it is Kumbh. And there has to be like some other like astrological reason also. It may be like Jupiter transiting through all fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. What is the result of the exchange of Venus in Pisces, seventh house, and Jupiter in Taurus? In matters of like this knowledge, higher education, and all, plus in matters of finance, wealth, they will cooperate with each other. but person will always have this conflict within himself whether to follow a spiritual path or materialistic path. He will be like thinking again and again whether I should follow like more spiritual life or more like materialistic life because of this Jupiter Venus like energy. Jupiter is more a spiritual planet, and Venus is more a materialistic planet. So this like conflict will be there. But for education matters, it is a good exchange to have. For money matters, it is good exchange to have. In relationship matters, person will have a kind of frustration. If Ketu is in the second house in Leo ascendant in Hasta, how to deal with its Mahadasha? Mahadasha related videos are there in the playlist. You can check those videos. I have talked about different Mahadashas in detail, about 1 hour session for each Mahadasha, so that can help you better. Okay, so the Ananya, this is the rule. At Haridwar, Kumbh Mela will happen when Jupiter is in Aquarius sign, Sun is in Aries, and Moon is in Sagittarius. Okay, Jupiter in Aquarius, Sun is in Aries, Moon is in Sagittarius. That is when Haridwar Kumbh. Prayag Kumbh will be there when Jupiter is in Taurus sign and Sun is in Capricorn, and Sun Moon both are in Capricorn. Okay, that is Prayag. Sinhast Ujjain, it is when Jupiter is in Leo, Sun and Moon in Cancer. Okay, the Kumbh is held at Trimbakeshwar, which is why they are also called the Sinhast Kumbh. Okay, so I was partially right that fixed signs are involved. Saturn, Ketu, Mars, Venus conjunction. Forget about Venus here. Venus is gone completely. Okay, you are left with Saturn, Ketu, Mars to deal with. So, whichever house they are falling, forget about the living karakas of that house. Saturn, Ketu, Mars together. Okay, a person will have very less results of living karakas. Person will also have lots of issues in relationship as Venus is also there. Okay, with Saturn, Ketu, Mars. But if it is in the signs like Pisces or Scorpio and all, it can be good for research oriented matters. Okay, any kind of research, either scientific research or occult research, spiritual research, and all. For those matters, it is good. But for other matters like relationship life, this is like a very difficult conjunction to have. I have Sun and Mars, fourth house in Leo. What will Ketu in Leo transit bring? Jupiter Dasha running in 12th house. Sun and Mars both in the Leo sign is like very fiery combination because Leo is fire, Sun is fire, Mars is fire. Person can be very fiery. It can be like aggressive also. It can be right. So a person can be aggressive also, but he can also be like ambitious. That is also the way. Then this Ketu transiting over Sun and Mars, obviously, person needs to be careful about his health, overall being, and all. That is it. Then a person can be like getting into aggressive mode time and again, as Ketu is headless and Sun Mars together represents anger and aggression. So that's where like person needs to be careful of his anger and aggression. Uh, so these things person needs to be careful, but it can be better utilized somewhere like in creative matters, because Leo is the sign of creativity. So there it can be like further like better utilized. Okay, so that is it. 4th house is also home or homeland. So person can be getting the opportunity of traveling away from the homeland when Ketu transits through 4th house, or if person is looking for property sale or something like that, that type of event can also be happening with Ketu transiting in the 4th house. Sun, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury in 11th house in Aries sign. Go towards entrepreneurship. Okay, so many planets in 11th house and in Aries sign. Okay, so it is like better person should go into entrepreneurship and serving humanity. That is like the path the person should follow. Person should be away from their homeland. Can relationship get better once all these planets hit their maturity, which is after 48? It should get better. At least at 48 years of age, people should be mature enough. At the end of the March, Saturn transits from my 8th house to 9th house. My Rashi is Cancer, ascendant is Scorpio. How it will affect my life? I will be posting like a detailed article on Saturn transit, that is more in like towards February and or March beginning. I will be like posting it, so that may help better. Okay. This is okay. That may help better. This article, largely, if I just say in a very short way, because I will be making videos and like articles on this transit, Saturn in Pisces transit. But understand it like this, that Pisces is the sign of imagination, utopia, dream world. And Saturn is all about realities of life. So when Saturn transits into Pisces, there will be a reality check. Everyone has Pisces sign somewhere, so he will have reality check in that area of life. Like for you, it is fifth house and ninth house. So either in the matters of education, relationship, love, romance, and all, you will have a reality check. If a mother and child mutually have Saturn on each other's moon, does it show a restricted relationship which is more about responsibility? Right, it can be. They both may be feeling responsible towards each other and all that. That can be possible. How does Saturn retro in 12th house in Cancer affect the person? It is good for healthcare related field. It is good for psychology related field. But person may need to take care of their wealth. Should be like very proactive in looking after their expenses and all. That is required. Plus, like it can impact someone's emotional health or mental health because Saturn is in Cancer sign. This is like difficult for emotional health. Okay. Mm, so there, but it has its benefits in the medical care, career, health care, and all. Foreign travels can be stressful to the person. Venus and Jupiter considered to be enemies to each other, right? Conceptually, they are enemies to each other because they represent different groups. Okay, Jupiter is a more spiritual planet, Venus is more materialistic planet. They both are teachers, but they are teachers of the different camps. Okay, demons and the gods. Okay, so this is why there is a kind of enmity between them. So if a person has like this Jupiter Venus combination happening in his chart, okay, Jupiter Venus sitting together or Jupiter Venus aspecting or exchange and all, then it shows that person can be under lots of internal conflict, whether to follow a spiritual path or whether to follow materialistic path. How to analyze past life karma, past left karma, uh, like six from the any planet? No idea. Oh, I'm not much into past karma and future karma. I'm into this present life. Because current life is what we can handle, what we can go through consciously. We have no idea about what happened in the past. We have no idea what is going to happen in future. So it is better to focus on where we can control things little bit. Is Rahu Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha, or vice versa always a revolutionary period intended to bring in circumstances to align you more with your natal Rahu Ketu axis? Yeah, it can be. Like when I went into Rahu Ketu Dasha, this is when I started in practice, or at least that was the goal. Okay, to start in the practice and all, legal practice, law practice in my Rahu Ketu Dasha. So it brings changes, it brings major changes, but most of the time, like when we are in Rahu Ketu or Ketu Rahu Dasha, we remain confused, under illusion. So this is where like we need to take extra care in taking any decisions of life. Namaste Alankrita, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. An individual has seventh house ruler Saturn in the fourth house in Libra, and the partner has natal Saturn conjunct Ketu in Libra. Now, uh, will this individual feel more difficulty in his fourth house of emotions? Yeah, if they get into relationship and all, this Saturn Ketu will fall into fourth house. Her Saturn, his Saturn will fall over his Saturn Ketu in Libra wherever it falls as per the ascendant. So it is like a very difficult connection to have Saturn Ketu over Saturn. This is like very karmic, also very difficult, also. What can be the effects of Saturn Mars in 7,000 Cancer when Moon is in the Third house Pisces. For relationship matters, there is nothing. This is like almost very difficult type of relationship. Saturn, Mars, and Cancer. For business and all that, we can expect something from business front or from like self efforts and all when Moon is in Pisces in creative matters, spiritual matters and all. But relationship is like almost forgettable. What is the difference between Saturn Ketu and Saturn Rahu? Saturn Rahu is contraction in the sense delays of ambitions, and Saturn Ketu is indifference or lack of Saturn's energy. If I have to choose between the two, I will still choose Saturn Rahu rather than Saturn Ketu. Saturn Ketu is completely like nullified kind of thing. Saturn is limitations and Ketu is separation. They both sitting together, that area of life wherever they are sitting is gone, completely gone. Okay. Even in Ajiva Karaka, you have to put immense effort and you may get some results in your 40s or something like that. Saturn Rahu will still give some result from like mid 30s and 40s. Although person may have to like work hard over it and persevere over long period of time, but it's still some result is expected when Saturn Rahu are together. But Saturn Ketu, nothing, completely gone case. Mars Rahu in 8th house in Capricorn, what would be the natural result? In relationship matters, like a person can be highly aggressive, and a person may have issues in relationship due to that aggressive nature. Plus, lots of instability, ups and downs, because Rahu is there enhancing those things. But at the same time, very courageous people, almost audacious. Okay, Rahu Mars together in Capricorn is like almost an audacious person who can like take like this risk and all. So that is what. Plus, for business matter obviously good, but for relationship matters difficult. Lots of issues with in-laws family. A friend has Saturn Ketu in the 11th house. The Mahadasha Dasha is of Ketu and Antadasha is of Saturn. He had a layoff, explains how Saturn Ketu work, right? Saturn Ketu in the 11th is the house of income. And if he gets laid off, that means like loss of income. Okay, so that is. And the partner of Saturn Mars in the 7th is Virgo ascendant with her 7th Lord Jupiter in 11th Sun in 12th. I don't think it will make much difference. Saturn Mars in the 7th house Cancer is difficult for relationship. Lots of accommodation is required, lots of flexibility is required from both the sides, then only relationship can work out. Anyways, Mars, Sun, and Saturn in first house with Aries. What might be the result? Very delayed success, delayed realization of path, and all that can happen. Lots of frustration in overall life. Person may realize their path in their 30s or mid 30s, and then they start working on it. Then they may start getting some results. What kind of speech does Venus in second house in Libra gives? How honest? Honesty, I cannot tell. Okay, we should not judge a person and his traits and characteristics through their chart. But Venus in second house is like very pleasant talker. Okay, who can who can talk very pleasantly, and you can be charmed by the way he talks and all. So they can be Venus in the second and the third both. They can be good marketing people, advertisement people, and all. With Libra, it is also balanced speech. Person is speaking, and maybe like he wants to keep the peace and balance in this through his speech. In the previous Mars Sun Saturn example, Sun is exalted with directional strength. Along, I think this will not help in results. All these things help in professional life, not in personal life. But even in this professional life also, person will start getting results from like mid 30s onwards. Till then, it is uh, lots of frustration. Atmakarka and Jupiter and reason of birth Rahu sitting in the seventh house is part. What may be the effect? Person should go towards the seventh house. Seven houses apart. It is they are still connected with each other. So it depends on what houses are involved and what signs are involved. Then anyone can help. How is Venus in second house different from Jupiter in second house? Retro Jupiter in the second house. Jupiter is expansion. Okay, so person may be blabbering around with Jupiter. Okay, he is speaking a lot with Jupiter in he feels that he's kind of preachy person and all. He can be seen as a very preachy person. Jupiter in the second and the third. Okay, and he talks a lot. He thinks that he has all the knowledge in the world to share with the people. Okay. Uh, with Venus in the second house is more a pleasant talker. Okay. Yeah, not necessarily he will talk a lot, but he will be like very pleasing, pleasing to hear this person and all. If malefic plans do well in the sixth house, then how does Mercury got exalted in Virgo, the natural sixth house? Mm, both questions has no connection with each other. Okay. Every planet can do well in any house if it is dignity wise, it is good. Plus, most importantly, person is doing something related with that planet. Okay. Mercury gets exalted in Virgo because Mercury loves the environment of Virgo. Virgo is the sign of analysis and details. Mercury loves to deal with the details, detailed information and all. And Mercury is very analytical sign, planet. So it loves the environment of Virgo analysis. That's why Mercury is there, like exalted in Virgo sign. Retro Jupiter is like person will reflect back a lot upon his family life, about his relationship and all, about his speech also. Like he will reflect back, and if if he feels that there is a need for correction or guidance in this area and all, he will correct. He will try to correct it, or he should be receptive to correct it. Retro planets only make you reflect back at whatever energy they represent. Jupiter represents knowledge. Second house is family and wealth. So person will reflect back on his knowledge, his religion, philosophy, teachers, gurus, family life, and money matters and all. And oh, if I can do something to improve it and all, then this is what he needs to reflect. Why exaltation of Mars is in Capricorn, not Aquarius, while both are ruled by Saturn. Because Capricorn is the sign of law and order, and Mars is soldier. A soldier is best when he is functioning under the law and order. All these articles are written on website. Why a planet is exalted in particular sign, why a planet is debilitated in a particular sign. I think I made videos also on exaltation, debilitation somewhere before. So those things can help you better because there I have given detailed reasons. Yes. Any other question? Right. I think we are done for the day. Thank you. Uh, if any question is there, please post within next 1 minute either, or we can close. Which is worse, having Saturn Mars in the seventh or ascendant? Depends on what you are looking for. If you are looking for relationship life, then obviously, like Saturn Mars in the seventh is worse. Saturn Mars should be in the first house in this combination. Okay. But if someone is looking for their own personal growth and all that, then like Saturn Mars in the seventh is better. They should be away from the first house of overall life. Okay, thank you. Let's meet next week.